Chapter 17. Quarantine. Judy Hunsiker sat in her pocket cot at the Texas National Guard depot. Quarantined. Who made the brilliant decision to quarantine the UV team after a mail attack? The agents didn't even have a mailing address in Texas, but some brilliant desk jockey from D.C. or Quantico decreed that every visiting bureau agent should be confined to quarters. So she sat. They had to do it after Houston, Agent Clemens reminded her. In that first biological attack, agents from the field office were ordered back to work even after it was revealed that the building was drenched in a toxic microbial cocktail. One agent and two civilian support personnel lost their lives, and most of the office were left battling infections for weeks to come. Judy flipped through her cell. More pictures of her nieces and nephews. Each of her four sisters now had at least one child, and hardly a day went by when they didn't send Judy pictures of their offspring. Judy used to love to get pictures, but that changed when she learned that she was permanently infertile. Now it often pained her to look at them. She would give them a cursory glance in case one of her sisters quizzed her later. Then she filed them away where she would probably never again see them. Judy paged down to a message from Bob Henderson. If not for the quarantine, Judy would have met Bob for dinner. Expletives were whispered when she thought about that. The attachment was labeled Kingston Trio. It showed a bullet-ridden body of a young black man from Kingston, Rhode Island. Nice photos, but so what? Then it flashed to a picture of the deceased white mother fighting back tears. Familiar combination, she said as she chuckled to herself. White mother and dead black son. The slideshow continued. The pics of the mother hugging the corpse were morally satisfying, but they did not strike Judy on a physical level. The pictures of the girlfriend with the standing caption, and mother of deceased children, kissing the corpse were received in the same way. Good pictures, but they would not do the job. Judy scanned her cell with her free hand and found a pic labeled Old Standby. She would never tire of this masterpiece. It was a side view of a cute white girl with her face and hands pressed against glass. On the other side of the glass was her young husband pressing his face and hands to the surface in a vain effort to hold his love. Judy often studied the pic, and it always made her hungry for more. She wanted to study the subject from other angles. She wanted a close-up of the girl's eyes. Judy reflected on the backstory. The young man had been incarcerated just weeks after their wedding, and they would never again touch each other. Dead, but not dead. Dead, but with pain. Now, Judy had the female quarters to herself. Dora, the civilian contractor, had slipped over to the men's quarters for who knows what. Judy stifled her grunts and moans, and she came back to Old Standby every 20 or so minutes until early morning. She would later grumble about being quarantined, but she would privately admit that was one of the best times of her life.